Magandang gabi mga kaibigan, mga kababayan at mga kapatid. Muli po, napakahalagang isyu ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi. Alam niyo po, habang pinapanood natin yung video ng presensya ng maraming barko o mga pandigma sa West Philippine Sea, hindi po natin maiwasan ang hindi kabahan. Sapagkat kung titingnan po natin yung sa dami ng presensya ng mga barko o warships mula sa China, mula sa iba't ibang bansa katulad ng Pilipinas, ng Japan, ng United States of America, ng Australia, ng Japan, ng Taiwan, ng India, ng Australia, na yan po ay nasa vicinity na ng West Philippine Sea. Ang ibig po sabihin ay napakataas ng tensyon sa area na yan, kung saan posible po ang isang digmaan between China and these allied countries which oppose the presence of the Chinese military vessels within the vicinity. Hindi po maitatanggi na itong presensya po ng mga Chinese vessels na tawag pong mga militia, ito po ay nasa eco-zone o economic zones ng Pilipinas, na kung saan sa ilalim po ng international law, this is an exclusive territory of the Philippines for the purpose of exploration of marine resources within that economic zone. At yan po ay nandyan na po sa San Julian Reef at sa iba pang mga sa vicinity. So, bagamat sinasabi ng China na wala naman silang intention na manatili sapagkat sila lamang ay nagpapalipas ng sama ng panahon. Ngunit at the same time po, they are claiming or Chinese are claiming na ito po ay bahagi ng kanilang territorial sea. So in other words, naroon po yung kanilang intent to claim ownership over the area. At dahil kanila yan, may karapatan silang manatili. Yan po ang sinasabi nila. Ngunit sa bahagi naman po natin, ang atin pong pananaw, ito ay paglabag sa ating soberenya o ng ating territorial sovereignty. Kaya po hindi pwedeng payagan ng Pilipinas na manatili itong mga barko na ito ng China. At ganon din po naman ang mga ng ibang bansa katulad po ng US, ng Japan, ng Australia, ng India, at ng iba pa pong kalyadong bansa. Bakit hindi nila pwedeng payagan ito? Gayong napakalayo naman nila sa Pilipinas at hindi naman sila involved kung totoosin sa gusot na ito between China and the Philippines. Ang dahilan po dyan ay ang tinatawag po natin na international politics. Ano po yung international politics na yan? Ano po ang idinidikta niyan sa atin? Na ang China po kasi, kaya ginagawa ito po ng China, nagkakaroon po ng presensya ng mga barkong pandigma at meron din po sila dyan mga artificial islands na kung saan ginagawa po nilang military base within the area. Ang purpose po ng China, other than purely claiming it as their territory, nais na pong iparamdam ng China that at the moment, siya po ay makapangyarihan ng bansa at handa na po siya na maging leader dito sa Asia. Katulad po ng ginawa ng Japan noong 1940s na nagbunsod ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig. Sapagkat noong panahon po ng Japan o noong 1940s, ang Japan nais na rin magpakilala bilang isang makapangyarihang bansa kung saan kanyang pinangarap na siya ang maging leader dito sa Asia. Kaya nga po ang slogan ng Japan noon, Asia for the Asians. At nagtayo siya ng tinatawag niyang economic co-prosperity sphere under the leadership of Japan. At gusto ng Japan palayasin ang Amerika dito sa Pilipinas. Kaya po ang digmaan yung digmaan between Japan and the Philippines, actually it was not the war within Japan and the Philippines. Primarily it was the war between the United States of America and Japan over the Asian supremacy. At sapagkat ang Pilipinas as a Commonwealth at that time was under the protectorate of the United States, so wala po tayong choice kung hindi sumama sa gera in the side of the US. So, sapagkat napakalayo naman ng Amerika sa ginawang digmaan nito with Japan, tayo ang naging primary battlefield. At ito po ang posibilidad sa ngayon with this West Philippine Sea issue with China. Na kung ito pong digmaan na ito o itong ginagawa ng China in terms of military presence, massive military presence within the West Philippine Sea is a provocation, not against the Philippines, but against the US. As a notice to them that China is now becoming a powerful country and it wanted to become supreme in Asia. So, yan po yung dahilan talaga dyan. Kaya gusto pong ngayon, ang United States of America and the allied countries and even itong mga nasa ASEAN groups, hindi rin po nila papayagan yan na manatili ang China over that area. Because kung hayaan pong manatili yan, step by step, pwede pong makonquer ng China ang buong ASEAN countries, which of course, including the Philippines, we do not want to be conquered by China. So, kung mag-insist talaga ang China na kunin ang West Philippine Sea, mapipilitan po ang Pilipinas na lumaban militarily along with the US and other allied countries against China. Kaya nga po ang ginagawa ng ating Pangulo in terms of stopping the impending war, or in terms of eliminating the danger of having this war between China and the US, where we would be the primary battlefield, kaibiganin ang China para hindi na matuloy itong gera, itong digmaang pangatlong digmaang pandaigdig, or at least madali. Kaya for a while naging tolerant po tayo, naging tolerant sa presensya ng mga Chinese vessels within that area. Kumbaga, sige, hayaan lang kaysa maging dahilan pa ng gulo yan. Pero maliwanag po ang stand natin that should China will really take over, invade our territory, then we would be fighting to death against China and along with these allied countries. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng more than 200 vessels within the area. Nag-file na tayo ng protest, diplomatic protest, and at the same time, we made to Secretary Lorenzana, we made a strong demand for the Chinese vessels to pull out. And at the same time, we made a formal communication with the US na the allied countries na ito yung stand natin. At ito namang US at yung allied countries immediately, even before, nagpakita na sila ng suporta by making public pronouncement to the effect na kung magkakaroon ng gera, they would not hesitate. Should there be war between China and the Philippines because of the West Philippine Sea disputes, they would not hesitate joining us against China. So yan ay mga public pronouncement bilang mensahe sa China na kung anong balak nyo dyan, huwag nyo nang ituloy sapagkat ang kalaban nyo talaga dyan hindi ang Pilipinas lamang kundi kami. At bakit naman ipaglalaban yan ng US? Sapagkat kung hindi po nila hahayaan yan, kung hayaan lang nilang gawin ng China yan, to the effect na ma-acquire nila yan, that would be the stepping stone for China to acquire the Philippines, Taiwan, Japan, and other countries in Asia. In effect, China would become too powerful at definitely as a consequence, ito po ay it will pose danger against the superpower countries, the US, England, France, itong mga powerful countries, traditional powerful countries, which claim to be the policemen of the world for the purpose of maintaining peace and order. So ito po, kaya hindi nila pwedeng payagan na basta ito ay mangyari. Ngayon pa lang dapat na nila itong putulin. Kaya nga lang, at the moment, hindi sila makapasok. Hindi sila although nandiyan ang mga provocation ng China, because the Philippines so far does not yet make a formal request na magkaroon na ng gera with China. And of course, the US cannot just do it without formal request for assistance by the Republic of the Philippines. Ngayon po, ang tanong dito po, talaga bang magkakagira? Kung titingnan po natin sa kasalukuyan, nakakatakot na. Nariyan na po yung high tension sapagkat ang ginagawa ng China ngayon ay kinakalat na yung kanyang mga barko. Sabi nga yung 200 vessels, Chinese military vessels na nag-pull out sa San Julian Reef. According to reports, hindi naman talaga umuwi ng China. Rather, they just spread out para distribute lang sa mga strategic positions nila. A sort of positioning strategically for the purpose of defense. So in other words, they are making it appears, Chinese are making it appears na talagang naghahanda sila sa gera. At ito namang tayo naman, ang Pilipinas, siyempre hindi naman tayo uurong kung talagang sasalakayin tayo. And at the same time, itong iba't ibang bansa na kaalyado ng US, kaalyado rin natin against China, nakahanda yan any moment na magkaroon ng single shot as a starting point of the war. But of course, the Philippines nor any country belonging to this alliance of the US, they would not start definitely the starting shoot, because once a single shot is fired, it will provoke for a full-waged war, which of course we want to avoid. Every country wants to avoid. Yung China, kaya ang ibig sabihin po dito, mga kababayan, nasa kamay po ng China kung matutuloy o hindi ang digmaan. Sapagkat sa kanila magmumula ang unang putok. At kung magpapaputok sila, alinman sa mga kaalyado nito ng Amerika, alinmang bansa na kaalyado ng Amerika, magsisimula ang digmaan. Ngayon, sa tanong po natin, magsisimula ba? Talaga bang desidido ang China na magsimula ng digmaan? So far, mukhang even China is not willing to get into war. Knowing na with the war technology nowadays, it will destroy them also instead of destroying the US. Definitely, the Philippines and the surrounding countries would be damaged. But definitely the US and the other superpowers, by distance from the battlefield, hindi sila, they cannot sustain damage. Baka makinabang pa sila in terms of as a suppliers of war materials. So, mabobos pa yung economy ng, especially ng US. So, to a certain degree, magiging advantageous pa sa US kung sakali itong gera na mangyayari. Ngayon, pero ano ba talaga ang, sabi natin, ang China is not willing. So, if not, bakit tuloy ang kanilang provocation? Well, because China perhaps wants to acquire Taiwan. Kasi ang Taiwan hindi kinokonsidera ng China na hiwalay sa kanila. Ang kanila talagang gusto nilang ma-recover ang Taiwan as an ordinary province. But of course, Taiwan will not allow it. It will defend to death their country as a sovereign country from the point of view of the Taiwanese. At itong Taiwan, kaalyado ng Amerika, na ibig sabihin, pag ginalaw ng China ang Taiwan, ganon din ang tatakbuhan ang mangyayari. Magkakaroon din ng gera sapagkat hindi naman papayagan yan ng allied countries led by US that Taiwan be acquired by China. So, mukhang hindi pa rin pipilitin ng China na magkagera. Kasi in the first place, pag nagkagera, siya naman ang talagang magsasuffer din. Kasi ang gagawin ng mga allied countries, the fight would not be limited within the West Philippine Sea. Papasok yan hanggang sa Chinese land territory. So masisira din sila. Kaya bagamat nakakatakot yung mga posturing ng mga military vessels, kung tutuusin, wala pa talagang real danger. Mukhang remote possibility pa yung digmaan. Ang problema lamang po dyan, kung magkaroon ng accidental firing, kung saan magsisimula ang gera. Well, actually, it is most likely na kung magsisimula ang gera, it would be for the US. Manggagaling yung starting shoot. Bakit? Sapagkat territorially, definitely hindi madadamage ang US. Pero anong pakinabang ng US sa gera na to? From the economic point of view, mabuboost ang economy ng US as a supplier of war materials. So, sisigla ang ekonomiya ng US. Secondly, pwede rin kung talagang gusto ng US na durugin ang China, katulad ng ginawa nito sa Iraq, para tuluyan ng mapilay ito. Ito yung the best opportunity to start war with China because of the latter's provocation over the West Philippine Sea. Kaya lang, it would not be easy for US to do that kasi ang China is militarily powerful na rin as well as economically powerful. Pero titingnan ng US yan, ini-evaluate nila ng husto yan. Pero ang possibility ng gera might start from the accidental firing by one side against the other. So, pagka ganon, medyo accidental, hindi intentional yon. but it would be the starting point for a full-scale war. Or it may be the other way around, is maybe the US would start by firing a shot against Chinese vessel within the area. At pwede rin nilang palabasin by accident lang yan. Pero sinadya on the part of the US. Mas malamang na mas gusto ng US ang gera kung ikukumpara ng China. Although China is provoking. Ang China lang naman hanggang provocation lang sila eh. Kumbaga pananakot lang. Pero so far, hindi mo talaga masasabi na it has the intent of going into war. Hindi pa at this point in time, we still don't believe na mayroon ng ganong intention ang China of actually going into war with the allied countries, with the US. Posibleng ang kanyang presensya sa West Philippine Sea is motivated more by economic aspect in terms of exploration of the marine resources within the area, sapagkat nasanay sila na naging tolerant tayo sa pagbubuo ng mga artificial islands na ginawa nilang military bases within the area. So kung hinayaan tayo noon, it could also be possible that we would be tolerated by the Philippines for a further exploration. Posibleng iyon ang primary motive, and secondly, yung notice to the world that Asia is for Asians with China at present, katulad ng ginawa ng Japan noon na gusto nilang maghari sa Asia. So ang panalangin po natin dito, sapagkat hindi naman talaga natin papayagan na we cannot tolerate any further. Even the other countries could no longer allow tolerance for Chinese presence within the area. So kung hindi magbaback out ang China, posibleng magkagera. But at the moment, yun ang ating paniniwala na posibleng mag-back out. Pero in terms of percentage, I would say 50-50 yan. 50% ang chance for both sides. Meaning, pwede mag-back out, 50% ang chance, o pwede rin namang ituloy ang kanilang ituloy yung kanilang presensya, and for it to culminate into a full-scale war. Kaya nga po, nakakakaba pa rin ang sitwasyon. Kumbaga nariyan pa rin, the danger is still imminent. Sapagkat sinasabi nga natin 50-50 ang chance dito. 50% possibility for China to fall out in order to eliminate the danger of an imminent war. Or 50% pa rin naman ang possibility na huwag tayong mag-fall out. Basta manatili tayo dito, bahala sila. Kung magsisimula sila ng gera, adi gera. Pero kung hindi sila magigira, hindi nila tayo babarilin, basta tayo mananatili ayon sa gusto natin. That is still 50% chance also. So in other words, given this situation, at the moment, naroon pa rin yung ating, kumbaga kaba, na baka magkaroon ng gera dito sa bunsod ng West Philippine Sea situation. If that is so, dapat maghanda din po dapat ang Pilipinas. And isang napakamahalagang paghahanda diyan, yung unity among the Filipino people relying or rallying behind our president. Kumbaga, setting aside all differences, whatever it is, whatever we have, in order to show unity against a common enemy, and that is China. Take note that the situation just in case would also be complicated. Bakit? Kasi malakas na rin ang presensya ng China sa Pilipinas. Kumbaga, kontrolado na rin halos ng mga Chinese ang economic system natin. And that will give hardship kung sakali, because definitely these Chinese nationals, although Filipino citizens, as they control our economy, ang kanilang loyalty ay nandoon pa rin sa kanilang mother country. So, we would be badly hurt economically and militarily pag nangyari yun. Dobling hirap na babatahin ng sambayan ng Pilipino. Kaya nga po, kailangan magkaisa tayo with the government, so that the government could easily do whatever is necessary under the situation with the President's emergency power in place. For the moment po, maraming salamat, magandang gabi, at nanyayahan po natin na subscribe ang ating YouTube channel as a token of support. Marami pong salamat at muli magandang gabi.